If you've been around on the channel for a while, you know that we have been through a few camper setups over the years, and each one gets a little larger and adds a couple extra amenities. While we did have a nice Thanksgiving holiday with family, we are extra thankful this year for larger holding tanks and a more spacious bathroom. Amelia and I are hit with a horrible stomach bug, which leaves us stranded at our site longer than anticipated. At least it has a gorgeous view of Possum Kingdom Lake. But we'll start this story back from the beginning, back when we were both naive and thought Amelia was immune. Little did we know just how bad it would get.
Well, good morning, everybody. I know this view looks a little bit different than normal, and that is because we are at Connor's parents' house. We came back for the Thanksgiving holiday, and I hope you guys also had a very nice Thanksgiving holiday. It was one that was very interesting. Everyone in the family, except me, ended up getting the stomach flu, so the past few days have been pretty rough on the family. Everyone has laid low, and now that Connor has fully recovered, we are going camping.
2 days later, and I'm finally feeling a little bit human again, which means we are ready to go camping, but first things first, we have to get a couple things done on the camper before we can hit the road. Thankfully, the camper's only just a few minutes away from my parents' house, so we should be able to get all of our errands done within the first hour, and then that means we can probably hit the road by noon. Hopefully we can get there before the sun goes down.
It is. I almost drove by it.
First thing we gotta do is plug the camper in, though we can get a little bit of battery percentage on our Goal Zero. And then we're gonna grab the propane tanks, go get some groceries. That's about it. Showing 27% on the battery, and we're gonna have like 2 hours or so that we can let it charge, so hopefully we can get it to like close to 50.
Put all the groceries away, and we also put our propane tanks back where they go. Connor just backed up the truck to the trailer, checked all of our lights to make sure we're good to go.
Trailer's all good, trailer tires are all at 60 PSI, and we have about 2 hours to Possum Kingdom Lake.
Neither of us have ever been here, but we have heard a lot of people love to go here for lake activities in the summer, so we figured why not check it out in the wintertime.
Years have passed and restless legs have settled. We're finally home. Down is up.
We made it to Possum Kingdom Lake, and Connor got the trailer all set up. We just hooked up Barkley on the leash because the sun is dropping, and since it gets dark around, 5:30 or so, we figured we'd get a little stretch in, walk Barkley at the other camp loop, and just take you guys along because the lighting is beautiful, and it's our first time here, so excited to see it all.
We're finally home. Let me lend you a hand. Let me in on the plan. Together we're stronger. Don't wait any longer now. Years have passed and restless legs have settled.
It is definitely cooling down, especially now that the sun is down. It's about 5:45, and I'm only feeling about 90% right now still. So we're gonna do some nice, easy soups for dinner to keep us warm and just take it a little easy on my stomach for now. We have some yummy stuff to cook tomorrow for dinner, so hopefully everything's good and we're feeling all right that we can do that. But for now, we're just gonna have a nice and relaxing evening in the camper, just enjoying being back in our home. It was a nice break over Thanksgiving to be hanging out with family and to see some friends and everything like that, but being back in the camper, there is nothing quite like it.
Down is up, been at the top. Finally home.
Oh, it looks so good, doesn't it, buddy? Super easy. Canned soup. They always leave a little to be desired, so we always end up putting cheese or Fritos or extra spices in with them. But
Or
just
all the above.
Or all of the above, like we were this time. Just a vegetable soup and then a chicken and wild rice soup, and it's gonna do the trick.
Doesn't taste bad, actually. It's hot.
It's piping.
Yeah. Little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a bad combo.
I don't know what better of a meal we could have for being back in our camper again after spending the holiday or just Thanksgiving season with his mom. Just being back in the cozy camper. It's cold outside. Having a very hot soup is just kind of camping basics, and we love it.
Well, unfortunately, we were very wrong. We thought we were in the clear because it's been about 3 days since I was sick, and Amelia's been feeling great this whole time. But last night, it finally hit her. She was up all night. Thankfully, we have a camper with a bathroom, and it was a comfortable place for her, but not a fun situation for anybody to be in. So today is going to be a very different type of camping day. We're just going to be hanging out, getting some work done. She's going to be resting all day, I'm sure. I may talk through some projects and stuff like that we have going on the camper and for 2025 maybe. But it's just going to be a day that Amelia gets to get better. I really thought we were in the clear.
See you guys tomorrow.
On the bright side of all of this, I'm just out here taking Barkley on a walk around the campground loop so he can get his legs stretched and do his business this morning. But if you're going to be sick and it has to be somewhere, it's not a bad place to be on what's referred to as one of the prettiest lakes in Texas. We've seen quite a few of them, and I am going to have to agree with it so far. I'm not going to say it's the prettiest because we haven't seen everything, but Possum Kingdom, it's definitely a gorgeous lake. Since we are in the middle of the winter and I'm sure the camping off season over here, we only have one of the non-electric and water only loops open. It looks like there's a couple more just down past this campground loop, but they do have the bathrooms open over here, and then they also have the plug-in electric and water sites open that we walked last night. Most of the sites here have a great view of the lake, and it is west facing, so you get a little bit of a sunset, although it doesn't drop directly over the water right here. It's still gorgeous, and while originally we were going to be here for only 2 nights, we're probably going to stay a third just so that Amelia can recover and not rush into a drive in the camper, because I know at the time I wouldn't have wanted it, so I'll probably pay for one more night, and then that way we just get to relax, enjoy this area, go on a couple walks, and let her get over the nasty stomach bug. How you feeling?
Nauseous.
As you guys know, we talk about it all the time, but we always have trouble with our propane fridge in this camper and in the old camper. And as temperatures outside have been getting colder, it's very hard to keep the fridge warm. Well, I was looking at our little slider thing right here, and I was watching a video on it, and I realized that there's not the thermometer adjustment thing that's hanging down right here. It's a little cable. So if I can route this back up, and now if I put that in here and maybe kind of attach it to the fin, maybe, just maybe, that will help. I don't know. We'll see. Anything can help at this point, right?
I am semi-alive. My back is killing me from, being sick. So Connor set some chairs up outside so we can sit and enjoy the cool sunny air. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Trying to drink little sips of water, but it's definitely weird being sick in the camper. I don't think either of us have really been sick like this before. And honestly, I thought it was going to be miserable, but it's not. Just the dumping part is what I keep thinking about. But Maybe we can go nap in the sun. Oh my gosh. Doggy.
She's alive.
Barely.
Sort of.
My back hurts so bad. I may take a nap.
Yeah, whenever I was sick the Friday after Thanksgiving, we actually ended up going to the gym that morning. This was before I knew I wasn't feeling very good. So all day Saturday and Friday night, I was extremely sore. It was the mix of the aching and the pain from being sick paired with being sore from a gym workout after Thanksgiving. And that combo has just stretched for a number of days. So I'm still sore. I know she's in the kind of the worst part of that achy right now. It's gonna get better, just in a couple days.
Yeah.
Put her in the sun.
At least we chose a pretty spot to get sick.
Well, we thought things were getting better, but they have gone to the worst. So it's kind of what happened to me. A couple overnight, and then once again later in the day. So hopefully, when this is done, it's kind of on the back end of it.
I've had better days.
There's nothing worse than feeling under the weather, especially when you're camped at a beautiful lake like this one. But thankfully, we are able to keep our bodies hydrated due to the sponsor of today's video, Element. After being sick the past few days, our bodies are extremely dehydrated and have been running low on electrolytes, which are essential in helping the body perform many basic functions, including balancing fluids, absorbing nutrients, and regulating hormones. So that's where Element comes in. It is a tasty electrolyte drink mix that is filled with everything you need and nothing you don't, which means lots of salt and no sugar. Amelia and I have been refueling our body with Element to help prevent and eliminate headaches, muscle fatigue, cramps, and other common symptoms of electrolyte deficiencies. And if instead you prefer a premixed solution, they do offer a few sparkling Element cans that are really delicious, and they've even brought back their chocolate medley pack, which makes for a great hot chocolate substitute for cold evenings here at camp. Right now, if you head over to drinkelement.com, that's drinklmnt.com/livinglargecamping, or use the link in our description, they will include a free 8-count trial pack with any order, whether you're a new customer or you've been buying them for years, they're still gonna throw one of these in there for you. I wanna say a big thank you again to Element for sponsoring today's video and helping us get back on our feet and to 100%, that way we can keep living large with all of you. Are we surviving?
Surviving. I'm better laying down. Movement is a no-go. But it's almost sunset. I get another sleep and maybe tomorrow's better. I hope. You know, there are worse places to be sick, I will say. It is cool out and that definitely helps with my fever. And to be able to watch the sunset is very nice. No complaints, honestly. Pretty good sick spot.
No complaints besides being sick.
Yes, true. No complaints besides being sick. I would not wish this on anybody. Hope everyone had a better Thanksgiving.
We've just been relaxing the last few hours, and it looks like she's moving around a little bit. She definitely sounds better while she's talking, so I think one more sleep, like she mentioned, should be the key. It's what kind of got me over the hump, is whenever I had my second sleep. So hopefully tomorrow she can be moving around a little bit, at least to kind of walk around the campground and just be feeling better. That's all we're asking for. So we're gonna have a nice, relaxing night, just make something super simple for dinner, and we're gonna pick up the camera tomorrow. Let's let her rest, and we'll see you guys in the morning.
Well, good morning, guys. I actually feel like a human today, which is super nice. I had a long rest the rest of the day yesterday, and then just a really good night's sleep. So I think all of that helped. I was able to keep fluids down, drink some of the element, honestly, which I think helped a lot since I couldn't keep food down. I had a couple bites of a banana. Things are looking up. We're gonna go take Barkley for a stroll and see how that feels. We're gonna start small because since I haven't eaten anything in at least 24 hours, I'm probably pretty weak. So we're gonna go do that. But I'm feeling like me again. And that is all I care about, honestly. After resting for so long, I'm just feeling very bored. So a stroll outside in the sun sounds perfect. It's beanie weather. Oh, it feels good.
We have great news. Amelia survived the campground loop walk this morning. Now we're gonna go pay for an extra night here at the site because obviously our plans got delayed and we still wanna see more of this area. So we're gonna stay one more night here, and then originally we were gonna stay 2 nights in Mineral Wells, but we're gonna push that to just 1 night. So flexible plans, they're great, but she's feeling at least 80% right now. She's moving around, she's had some breakfast. Things are looking up. It's gonna be a great day here at camp.
Not good enough to drive, but good enough to be a passenger.
All right, we got 1 more night paid for, and it's just $20 a night, including the state park pass, which is not too bad. And it looks like there's some hikes that we can do just like based off of the campground alone. I think it's like a 1.5 mile loop. And so if we're feeling up to it either tonight or tomorrow, we're definitely gonna do that because I think it leads to a great view of the lake. If not, we'll just end up hanging out today, edit some videos, just recover. But either way, we're here for 1 more night.
I was thinking sunrise hike would be pretty, probably.
Sunrise hike would be gorgeous.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but I was thinking this morning how tomorrow sunrise hike at that little loop would be beautiful. So maybe we'll do that.
Thankfully, it's the wintertime and the sunrise is like 7:30, so it's not a 4 a.m. hike.
Hey, that's doable.
That's doable. Here's a little glimpse of what our day has looked like. We've been spending it inside just getting some things done, editing a video. I had some stuff to work on for personal stuff, and now we're gonna move outside because it feels really good out there and it's starting to get a little warm in the camper. Our goal 0 is getting low, or was getting low. I went ahead and took the Jackery that we've been carrying around with us and dumped all of that power into the goal 0. Now I'm gonna go set the Jackery out and throw a solar panel on it just because I don't know if where we're staying tomorrow is gonna have plugins or not. And if it doesn't, then we're probably gonna need at least a little extra power. Only thing that's really drawing power right now is the heater that's been running kind of all night because it did get down to like 33 degrees last night, and then using it to boil water for tea in the morning. So other than that, we're just charging phones and stuff like that. But we might as well get the power while the sun's out for a couple hours. Probably should have done this earlier, but we didn't, and that's okay. All right, well, we got that plugged in, so hopefully it'll at least get a little bit of percentage in this. We did bring both of the solar panels with us and then the smaller Jackery that we have because it's more compact. Just all the gadgets we like to bring along.
Connor just moved the chairs down to the water because it has warmed up significantly since we walked this morning. It was, I believe, 43 this morning. We had our beanies on. It was pretty windy and chilly. And now it is 63, very sunny. It feels amazing. I'm not complaining, but I'm still not loving the heat. I'd rather be in the cool weather right now just to make me feel better. So we're sitting by the water in the shade. I'm just grabbing us some drinks and our books so we can just hang out outside. Inside, we were getting some work done as well as looking up some future travel plans, which I think you guys are going to be very, very excited. We're not going to spoil any of it just yet, but we have some things we're planning for January and February, and then we also have something coming up in August. So I know that is a ways away, but for us, this is what we do as our living and our job. So we have to plan ahead, and it's going to be really fun.
Sunshine.
Yay! Maybe soon it'll be some snowshine. Yeah.
I was just checking the weather forecast because we were trying to decide if we want to do the trail here tonight or in the morning, and it looks like it's going to be pretty cloudy and overcast tomorrow with a slight chance of rain. So we're going to get ready. It's about 4:30 and the sunset here is at 5:20. So if we go now, I think it's only a mile and a half, should take about 30 minutes, and we'd have time to sit there and watch the hopefully pretty sunset because the clouds look pretty good in the sky, and usually that means there could be some nice color. We're going to throw some clothes on. Well, we have clothes on, but throw walking clothes on and drive over to the trail.
I think you meant bundle up because once that sun goes down, it's going to get very cold, probably similar to this morning. So I will definitely be wearing a beanie again, even though it is going to be just a walk, not really a hike, but
Hey, got to keep you warm and feeling good.
that's right. If it's just a walk over a hike, it's probably something that I can do. I probably couldn't do a hike, so this will work. And it'll be pretty. I feel it. It's already beanie time, guys.
We haven't even started yet.
I know. I run cold these days. I always run cold, but you know.
Looks great.
Great. Honestly, I don't love cold weather that much all the time, but when you get to put a beanie on, it's kind of fun. All right, let's do it. Mark, where'd you go?
For those of you that have been around on the channel for a long time, you know that Amelia and I love lakes. It's probably our favorite view of any between mountains and ocean. Lakes always win. Possum Kingdom is a pretty good one for a Texas lake. I'll give it that. It has some decent sized hills and it's been surprisingly pretty. I don't know. I mean, I'm just used to Texas lakes always being just kind of the same. So to see one that's
Relatively clear.
yeah, kind of clear water. It's not like anything like Lake Michigan clear, but it's a little clear and there's some topography, lots of wildlife here at the state park, obviously, but for it being like 2 hours away from the DFW area, it's a really nice one. I think the houses are very expensive and super fancy and all kinds of really nice, but for the campsites, they're pretty good.
Somebody's nose is going nuts and he cannot control it.
One thing I will say that I am very pleased with is the fact that the cedar trees haven't been putting off too much of their pollen yet. Mountain cedar is one of my worst allergies, and we were talking to some of our friends that were down in San Antonio for Thanksgiving, and they were saying that the allergies there were horrible already. Our original intentions this weekend were to go down to Austin and kind of around that area, but once we got that text from them, we decided that, well, I was just starting to feel better, so I didn't want to go and then have really bad allergies as well, and thankfully we didn't because it just would have put more time on our drive, and if Amelia is still kind of then less driving the better, but either way, we're covered with juniper trees, which are mountain cedar, and they're not bothering me yet. I know cedar fever usually hits around January, but sometimes it blows in a little earlier, and if that was the case, my eyes would be bright red, wouldn't be able to see out of them. It's pretty miserable.
With the combo of me getting sick in the camper and then Connor having seriously bad allergies, this video probably would have never happened. We probably would have turned around and honestly gone somewhere with less allergies, but we didn't have to do that. We survived. I don't know what I was expecting for this hike, but it is definitely way more rocky and actually more of a hike than I thought. I think I thought the path was going to be very paved, but it is not. It's definitely getting my heart rate up, which I could probably use after being stationary for a long time, but taking it slow. Ah!
Cloud cover to the west is getting super thick, so hopefully some color will still pop through when the sun dips down, although it doesn't look that promising. But you never know. It's very pretty up here on top of this hill. Again, just nice to see some lakes, a little bit of topography. It's good for the soul and for the recovery.
Well, what do we do?
Let's just watch the sunset.
Go back? Yeah, might as well. Should be pretty.
It looks like you can take this like rock climb down, and then it'll lead you around to this like either primitive campsites or I guess that's what that is.
I
But
think so.
it's kind of steep and we're hanging, so may
We
just
have doggies.
find a rock and sit, watch sunset for a little bit.
Nice and tight.
Start making our way back to the camper. That way we can go cook an actual dinner. We're both excited for some real food that's not just soup and sandwiches. So that's going to be a big bonus tonight. Not the sunset we wanted. If you watched our last video, we had one of the best sunsets I think we've ever had. We were camped at Lake Fort Smith State Park in northwest Arkansas, and it was incredible. It was right after 2 days of full rain, and it just opened up again. One of the best we've ever had. We wanted that tonight, just sometimes not how it works out. Still a good walk though. Probably a mile and a half. I don't know. We didn't have anything to measure it, so just going off what we think.
I'm also really bummed that I did get sick because we had some really fun and different meals to make with you guys for dinner. Connor and his dad went hunting when I was in Nashville, and he actually shot a deer and processed it together because his dad bought all of the things to do that. So I was there back in town and got to see them do it together, which was honestly a really cool experience. And so we vacuum sealed everything and froze it, and we were going to make like deer burgers, and then we also were going to make like venison chili. So hopefully we can make that again with you guys, but it won't be tonight. We aren't quite ready for meat like that. It's probably gonna be chicken. Guys, we're interested in a meal like that, let us know in the comments below because we are very excited to cook it with you. And if you have more venison recommendations, we would love to hear it because we are just getting into the venison world of cooking because it was Connor's first deer and we took all of it. So we're excited.
Not my first deer, just my first deer in a while, and the first
Well,
one that I kept all the meat from. You know, growing up, whenever I would go hunt with my dad, he would just end up keeping all the meat and we'd eat it occasionally. But I was interested in if I still liked hunting because I think it's a very sustainable way to eat meat. I think deer is one of the leanest and best meats for you, but I don't have enough experience cooking it, so I was excited for that, so that way Amelia and I can make that decision together on if we like it, because if we do, I'll probably get a little bit more into it on our own time, but if we don't, then we know, and that's okay. But we're going to try some things out. So if you have any recipes, leave those down in the comments because we're going to need some.
Okay, a real meal looks really good.
What do we got?
Okay, Connor whipped up some rice with ground turkey, spinach, broccoli, and yellow pepper. So we went kind of simple, but we wanted something a little bit healthier since him and I have not been eating much real food. We've only had like a sandwich, soup, and that's about it. So I think this is going to be good. Of course, we're pairing it with our sweet chili sauce, which we put on everything. Thanks for cooking.
It's going to be nice to have an actual meal in our system and give our body some nutrition after the week that it's had. We've been drinking a ton of Element. We drink that a lot of the time anyway, but especially now that we've been kind of helping trying to get our body back into its rhythm. So that's been good, but real food also helps.
Good morning. It was very nice and rainy last night. Both of us slept very well and definitely slept in. I think we're both recovering, but today I would say Connor probably feels 100%. I feel 100%, but we're also just started moving, so that could change later today. We are finally walking to the bathrooms, and I think the thing that is going to make me feel 100% is a shower. It is well deserved after everything that we have gone through, so that is first on my list. So I'm going to give you guys a little bathroom review, and we figured we'll take Barkley with us to take him out for his morning walk and see the walk Connor's been doing, because I obviously was not able to make it over to this bathroom.
We were just talking about it, and one thing that they did pretty well here at Possum Kingdom was they stacked their campsites pretty well, so nobody's right on top of each other, and everybody seems to have a view of the lake, even though there are a few number of these cedar trees here in the middle of the sites. But it's good. They actually put some thought into it. That way you're not staring into your neighbor's camper and you don't have a view of the lake, because that's what everybody wants.
Okay, well, I definitely feel more like a human after that shower. It didn't get hot per se, it definitely was warm, and it definitely could use some TLC in this bathroom, but I'm just really glad that they had some showers. I'll walk you guys through the bathroom and give you a little bathroom review after I showered, because I thought that would only make sense. So let's walk you through. Okay, I came outside to talk to you guys about the bathroom review because the heater is running, and then I just tested the hand dryer just to see if it even is worth using, which it is. So I will give this thing some pros and cons. It definitely needs to be redone. It also just needs to be cleaned. I will say the bathrooms are pretty clean, but the showers are definitely filled with bugs and stuff like that. So I definitely took a very fast shower. It didn't get very hot, which fine. I'm okay with warm showers, but it could be improved, especially I feel like the state park is so popular. I am surprised that they're not nicer, because the campground itself is pretty nice. I will say the campsites and everything are something we really like, but the bathrooms are lacking. I'll probably give it like 6.5. They have running water, flushing toilets, which is really nice, and showers, but just everything else about them needs a little bit of help. Let me know what you guys think with the videos that I put in about it, but that's just my honest review. Back to the camper to get all packed up and go dump.
About 10 a.m., so we're going to get the camper all unplugged and go dump at the stations over here. One of the main things that we were needing whenever we decided to upgrade from our truck camper was larger tanks. I'm very glad that we had those larger tanks for this camping trip, because that would have been no fun to have to worry about that along with trying to get better. These tanks are 25 gallons for the black and the gray, and then 35 gallons of fresh. It's double all of our tank sizes, and it's been exactly what we need. So obviously bigger the better, but these are at least good enough. Also, every time we're unhooking right now, it seems to have rained the night before or the morning of. Like, where's the good weather for getting the camper all packed up?
Can I fill up here?
Oh, yeah.
Or just empty, so I didn't know. Another thing we sometimes love to do is run out of water. They obviously have water fills here, and we just tried to fill it up with our filter on, and it tastes awful. I don't know if anyone else is picky about water like I am. I'm pretty picky. I didn't think I was until you travel the country and you try all different kinds of water. There are several different flavors, but this is gross. Connor described it as soft water, which is pretty accurate, so we're not going to be drinking any of this water. We'll fill up with some filtered water probably at Walmart, but let us know if you're picky with water too, because I would love to know, or maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know.
Glad you're feeling better.
Me too. I feel like me again,
That's a
which
good
is
sign.
so nice.
We're going to go ahead, end the video here. We hope you guys have enjoyed a very realistic look at what it's like whenever things don't go as planned and you're living in a very small camper.
Yeah, I don't think we could have gotten more real in this video. Obviously, we couldn't have planned any of this. I thought I was in the clear. Obviously, I was not. But, you know, we put the camper to the test, and that's kind of what this life is for. You never know what's going to come at you.
We were laughing because my mom texted us and she was like, "Oh, you poor thing, let's go get a hotel room." And I was like, well, we could, but this is our home, and it's just like getting sick in any other home. It's just,
Yeah.
you know, very small. And that's just the reality of it, but at least it was comfortable, and
Yes.
she's feeling better.
I am. I'm glad I'm feeling better, and hopefully that's all sickness and nothing will happen again like that.
We hope. We'll see you guys next week at Mineral Wells State Park, which is where we're headed now. Hopefully we can do some fun things, and the town looks really cute. So
Yes, it does.
we're excited to explore it with you.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Hope you have a large day. We'll see you next time.